Welcome to the GCNTech show. I've made it back from a holiday just in time for Ollie to go to Flanders on an epic adventure. So stepping in this week, got the big man, Conor Dunn.
The big man is back. And we've got this week some designer sunglasses, free 3D printed tools, e-bike charging stations, and the new Canyon Speedmax.
Oh, fantastic. And for our main talking point this week, we're going to discuss if the first ever Gravel World Championships has single-handedly destroyed the world of gravel bikes. Let's do it. First up, let's take a look at last week's poll. So last week, whilst I was on holiday, it was Man on Ollie actually. So they asked everybody, do you have a winter bike? Yes, I have a winter bike, or no, my summer bike is my winter bike. 46% of people said yes, they have a winter bike. Which means the remaining 54% of people said no, summer bike's a winter bike. Do you have a winter bike?
Well, I'm lucky enough to ride a few bikes here at GCN, but my gravel bike normally counts as the winter bike. I'm very fortunate.
Check, you have all your different types of bikes.
I know, we are very lucky here, but it is beneficial if you can manage to get yourself a winter bike. Save the summer bike, keep it in good condition for the summer months and the sun.
Okay, fair play. So before we dive into our main talking point this week, I think we've got to mention Filippo Ganna's hour world record, because it was absolutely outrageous, wasn't it? Yeah. So he set a new record of 56.792 kilometres, surpassing Dan Bigham's record, which was set maybe about a month or so beforehand, and surpassing the record of Sir Chris Boardman from 1996. I gotta say, it was incredible to see. And do you know what, actually, Ollie messaged me last night. He said, make sure you mention in the tech show that Ollie guessed the closest any of us guessed. So he guessed 56.6 kilometres was what Ganna would do. Trav, round of applause for Ollie.
Fair play, Ollie. Fair play.
Great work, Ollie.
But fantastic effort by Ganna. I mean, what a performance. I don't think anyone's going to get close to that for a while now. Anyway, let's move on to this week's main talking point. We're discussing if the World Gravel Championships have made a joke out of gravel bikes. Because most of the riders on the men's podium, or all of them actually, were on road bikes, which begs the question, why?
Yeah, well, you see, I think there's a number of different reasons for this, but the first thing we're going to look at is the fact of the trend for modern road bikes. You see, many modern road bikes are starting to now be disc brake, which means they've got space for using wider tyres, and on the road there is now a general trend for using wider tyres. Therefore, you can fit some slightly wider off-road ones as well. We've also got the advent of sort of road bikes designed to be a little bit more robust, say Paris-Roubaix style bikes. We've got all-road bikes, we've even got aero gravel bikes.
So on that basis, when all-out speed is your goal and you have that mix between hardpack and gravel, you can see why those bikes are so appealing. They're trying to bridge the gap between road and gravel. When you look at the fact that William Rave, an all-road bike, and you also have aero gravel bikes from BMC that actually carried Pauline from Provaux to victory in the women's race, it is all about maximising speed, bridging the gap between a road bike and a gravel bike. Yeah,
I'm with you on that. I mean, we both love our gravel bikes, don't we?
Love
gravel
them.
Bikes, they do exactly what they say on the tin. They're able to do all sorts of things. And that kind of is one of the sort of key differences with gravel riding. It isn't a set, certain thing. It can be whatever you want it to be, because gravel riding isn't just about all-out speed or racing. It's whatever you want. And I guess, do you need a gravel bike? Well, no, you don't need a gravel bike, because if you want to do a bit of on-road and a bit of off-road, we've said it loads of times in the past, you could just use your road bike, providing you don't go anything too extreme and crazy.
For sure, and you've got to remember that these were all world-class pros looking to maximise speed in the gravel world. I think for your everyday rider, and for ourselves included, a gravel bike provides that comfort, that stability that you're looking for on a bike, and those options to go a little bit more off-road than perhaps you should. Take on a bit of single track, a bit of rough stuff. If you're doing it on a road bike with thinner tyres, it's going to limit your options. And also that world's course, it was a light touch, let's face it.
Yeah, compared to some of the stuff you go and do, you're going all over the place.
They should have gone up Mount Olympus, and I'm still recovering from the blisters.
Yeah, rookie stuff, isn't it? This tarmac and a little bit of lightweight gravel. But I guess that does is one of the reasons why I think we've seen trends towards lots of people using road bikes in that event. But by using a road bike, you are still ever so slightly limited to how wide a tyre you can use. We've seen riders in the men's event, say, so the winner of the men's event was using a 33mm tyre on the front and 35 on the back. So still narrow by gravel standards.
Yeah, it's very narrow.
That's one of the downsides of using a road bike. You're sort of limited by that tyre clearance.
For sure. And I think I remember some of the road races we used to do on the calendar, and they're almost similar to that race.
Yeah.
You were doing them on 28mm tyres. Didn't have much control, not going to lie. I mean, you were hitting those gravel sections in those races and just hoping that you stay in a straight line.
Always hoping.
Yeah, so it is about the course, the terrain, and where you're going to ride your bike.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, actually. And also, when you take into account the fact that a lot of the people competing are professionals on the road scene, that I sort of think leads us into the situation that we had.
Yeah, so let's run through some of the bikes which won the Gravel World, starting off with the men's winner, Gianni Vermeer. So he used a Canyon Ultimate CFR Dura-Race road group set. He had 52.36 on the front, 34.11 on the back. Dura-Race wheels, 36mm deep, 33mm tyre on the front, a 35mm tyre on the back though, running Vittoria's Tirana Dry TL.
That's interesting, because like we said earlier, Canyon only sort of rate that bike for tyre width up to 33mm, so he squeezed those in there just about.
Squeezed it. I wonder if he had a bit of a decision the night before on whether it'd be dry or wet, because if it had been wet and muddy, he'd have been...
Yeah, or even just some sort of like stones flicking up through the bike.
But that is racing, isn't it? You are pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
In terms of the female winner, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot used a new BMC
Caius, I'm going to go for.
Not sure exactly how you say it. So it's kind of like a team machine, but modified and sort of beefed up a little bit for gravel. She used a SRAM group set, one by chainring, 40-tooth chainring, and the group set was a mix of SRAM's Red and Explore, so the road and gravel group set. Again, same tyres as what the men's winner used. These are the 35mm Vittorias, and whacking great big cassette for using that one by chainring, a 10 to a 42 tooth. Yeah. So it's kind of like big chunky mountain bike style cassette.
Got the range then.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Some fast speeds though.
Yeah.
Men's winner averaged 37.5 kilometres an hour for 194 kilometres.
That's rapid. That's faster than all my road rides.
It is, isn't it? That is fast. It just shows the speeds those riders are pushing themselves at.
Women's average speed for the winner, 33.7 kilometres an hour, but a slightly shorter event, 140 kilometres. Again, still way faster than what I do on my road rides.
Impressive
It's impressive
speed.
stuff. So I think to answer our original question, has the Gravel World Champs made a bit of a joke out of gravel bikes? I don't think it has. It's just highlighted the fact that you can pretty much do gravel on whatever bike you want to do, and you can tailor it to suit the sort of style of riding that you
definitely.
want.
I think a gravel bike can be whatever you want it to be, and I think the fact that people are using different bikes in the gravel world is kind of a cool point. I think it's that like mix of tech and also athletic ability, and there's almost endless options about what you can go for. I love it. I think it's proper cool.
You know what we need to do next? We need to have a poll. So with all of that in mind, having maybe watched the Gravel World Champs and taken into account everything that we've just spoken to, I want to know if people would now be prepared to ride a little bit of gravel on their road bike. Simple answer, yes or no. Would you take your road bike off-road? We'll discuss the results next week. You might not be back here next week, though.
Oh, you'll have you back.
Yeah, we'll have you back, all right.
One day.
It's now time for Hot and Spicy Tech. First up this week, we've got a new colourway from Canyon. So this is a new Speedmax. It launched at Ironman Kona just last week. No doubt the guys and girls at GTN, the Global Triathlon Network, have covered this in detail. But the colourway is designed around Hawaii's national fish, which is called, Connor?
The Humu Humu Unukunu Kuapa fish.
I think that was actually really close.
Close as am I going to get to it. I've been practicing that for a long time this morning.
Yeah, fair play on that. I didn't think you were going to get that right. I almost don't know where to go with this now. Anyway, so the bike is limited to just 100 units. It's a one-off colourway, and it's on the current generation Speedmax. And I think prices start at €8,999. If you want to find out all the details, you can just head over to Canyon's own website, find out everything there.
Yeah, so the name of the fish actually means it's got a blunt snout.
So yeah, you nearly got it actually, I've got it here.
Snout.
So it means trigger fish with a blunt snout like a pig.
Yeah, trigger fish with a blunt snout like a pig. There you
go.
Well,
if you've never seen one, here's a picture of a reference of the fish, not a pig. I think most people have seen a pig, haven't they?
Yeah. I hope, yeah. Yeah, a beautiful fish though, and it's rather electric. so electrifying that it brings us on to our next point.
Oh, that is seamless. You're incredible at linking these things up.
Yeah, right.
So last week I was out on holiday in Mallorca, as I think Malin mentioned it in the show last week.
Yeah, I was on holiday.
Oh, glad you knew. But something I did see at the top of one of the climbs was an e-bike charging station. Now, I've never seen one of these before, have you?
I've never seen them. I've heard talk about them. I mean, e-bikes, so useful for getting around cities, transporting yourself in a cleaner way.
Yeah.
And there is talk about more secure bike storage and e-charging stations to cope with all this.
So this one was located at the top of a climb, and it was at a cafe, actually. So this would have been perfect if you were out in Mallorca riding your e-bike. Stop, have a spot of lunch, coffee, bite to eat, and well, while you're doing that, your e-bike's charging up, ready for either get you back or get you travelling even further away from your starting point.
Yeah, it's interesting because Bosch have actually done some research and they reckon that by 2027, every second bicycle will have an electric drive motor.
That's crazy, isn't it?
So yeah, it is increasing popularity.
It's not even that far away, 2027.
It's great though, if we can get more people on bikes, on e-bikes, out of cars, it's going to benefit everyone.
Yeah.
Actually, interestingly, did you have to pay to charge your bike or was it like a free...
I didn't have an e-bike, I don't know.
Because I've got no idea.
I'm gonna assume that you have to pay a little bit of something.
Yeah.
It can't be much. But if you've ever seen any of these charging stations, let us know in the comments section down below because we can't really recall seeing any.
No,
fair. So a few weeks back, Ollie and Si, would you believe it? Si was in it filming the tech show. So they spoke through all of the different technical innovations that both Dan Bigham and Filippo Ganna was going to be using for the hour world record. But since Dan set a new hour world record, Muc-Off, who were optimising the drivetrains, have further made savings still. So in the weeks leading up to Filippo Ganna's event, they have done some research, testing, and development on the special friction reducing coating on the rear sprocket. And they say it's saved an additional 7% of drivetrain efficiency. So it's like a top secret special coating. We don't know any of the details about it, but I'm just looking at some of the stats here. So Muc-Off say that special coated rear sprocket reduced the friction of the sprocket itself by 52%, but overall it's a 7% saving, and that equated to 20 meters greater distance for Filippo Ganna.
That's mad, isn't it?
That is mad, and when you combine in all of Muc-Off's stuff, it's 133 metres.
It all adds up.
It does all add up, yeah.
Good job you remembered to lube his chain, though. I'd have probably forgotten to do it.
You'd have forgotten, you'd have left it all muddy.
Great, I was have done it, you'd be like, oh, I left my gilet on.
Oh, God.
But yeah, cracking stuff.
Yeah.
Moving on, though, to some Prada sunglasses.
Yeah.
A rare appearance on the tech show. We think Prada, you know, famous fashion brand.
Yeah.
You may know them from the catwalk.
I'm always at the catwalk, aren't I?
Yeah, I was at the catwalk too.
So it's like a luxury designer brand, this, isn't it? And it would appear they look like a sort of cycling run-in style glass, a more active glass, should we say?
Yeah, 3 or 4 different designs. I actually tried on a pair in their little online cloakroom.
I think they really suited you, actually.
Yeah, they look really great. Quite pricey.
They are quite pricey. Do you want to hit us with the prices?
So the prices range from 260 British pounds to 410.
So yeah, I think we should probably put these in the premium product category.
Yeah, don't know if you'd like to wear them in a rainy classic in Belgium.
No, probably good for if you're just going to ride easy to the cafe and want to like pose about a little bit.
Imagine if you lost them off the back of your helmet.
Okay, random question for you. If you were wearing £420 sunglasses in a bike race and you dropped them and you could see them, would you stop and get them or would you carry on?
100% not stop.
Yeah,
I would not be leaving those on the side of the road behind me.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd probably stop as
I
well.
wouldn't be able to eat for a month. Right, moving on.
The amount of food you eat, that's like a day's food.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to cut corners elsewhere when you eat this amount of
moving
French
swiftly
baguette.
on, we've gone off topic here. So finally in Hot Tech, we've got some free 3D printed tools. Take a look at these and then we'll take you through some of the little stats. Okay, so this is a tool that has been in development for well over a year now, and 3D printed parts are used in conjunction with a smartphone app. Now, the information that I've got here was actually sent to me from a nice chap called Darren the other week. Thanks very much, Darren. So they've just released the designs for the 3D printed parts for free, but you are also able to purchase the 3D printed parts on their website if you don't have a printer available.
Yeah, and it uses a similar way of getting your position as those kind of XY coordinates that ID Max uses. So this is all about replicating your position from one bike to the other, not telling you, the perfect position or how you should ride on your bike.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's an important message to get across. This, the 3D printed tools and the smartphone app are enabling you to replicate a position rather than giving you guidance and advice on what's best for you. It's not designed to replace a specific bike fit. It's an interesting concept though, and I'm all for things being available for people for free. Fantastic. And I'm led to believe that the tool is going to be on display at a bespoke bike show, and we're going to have Ollie on the ground there picking out all the cool tech gadgets and all the latest and greatest stuff. So you never know, he might come across this and we'll find out more about it. Cool.
We're going to tell us more.
More hot tech next week. Right, it's now time for comment of the week. Now, Conor, you've not been on a tech show since we've started this new little trend. Comments of the week, and we'll pick out the comments, but we don't have an official jingle for it yet. Si's done one, Manon's done one, Ollie's done one, I've done one. You know what that means? It's now your turn. Do you want to hit us with the best that you've got?
I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Comment of the week.
What just happened? There was a lot of build up and it was really quiet.
I'm back in now. What do you reckon? That's the one.
I think it could be the one.
I mean, I could do more sound effects for you when I do the dance.
Yeah, I think the dance was best left as just the dance.
Okay.
Really good. 10 out of 10 for trying though.
No, 10 out of 10 for performance as well, not just trying. What does a cameraman think?
What do you think, camera person?
Not bothered.
No, not interested. Right. So underneath last week's show, first comment that we've got here is from Graham Phillips. So they say Eurovision beckons for Manon. About time we had another winner.
Yeah, well that's me. I'm the winner.
That was before you did your jingle. Okay, fair enough. And then underneath, we had a triathlon vid on the tech channel, right? Ollie, of all people, went rogue and started talking about triathlon bike
Can Ollie
tech.
swim?
I don't actually know that.
He can.
Oh, he can.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. So someone here said, so this is from Jakob Rothengarten, says, with all due respect, Dr. Bridgewood, your arms might be cylinders. And then he's got the emoji with the big muscles. I think that emoji is based off of me, with my big muscles.
Well, I'm trying to do a few press-ups at the moment.
So Ollie isn't really one to talk about having big muscles, but he was talking about cylinders in terms of being aero, because us cyclists have got little skinny arms, haven't we? Next comment, who have we got? This is underneath the tubeless tyres video.
Yeah, sent in by Mark Bradshaw. Just the comment, was that genuine Ollie B blood on the GCN Stinger?
No, it wasn't. I saw this. So that blood was from our cameraman of the day who made the Stinger in collaboration with Ollie. So it wasn't Ollie's blood. Ollie's has a very top-notch insurance package to cover all sorts of damages if he's injured in service.
Yeah, I've heard he has his hair insured.
Yeah, his hair's insured, limbs, all sorts. I think a mere cut on the finger, we're talking hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, no Ollies were hurt in the making of this video.
No. Well, anyway, that's some of the comments. We'll have more comments next week. But you know what it is? It's time for the Bike Vault, my favourite part of the show.
Oh, yeah. Bike Vault time. Okay, folks, time for Bike Vault, where you guys get the chance to upload your photos to the GCN app, and then we decide whether it's a nice or a super nice. We've actually got a jingle for this week.
No. We don't need any more jingles.
Fair enough. This is the bell, the judgment bell. If you get a super nice, you get the bell ring.
Easy. Simple rules, eh?
Yeah.
So I'll kick us off with the most super nice bike in the app from last week, and it's from Ricardo Ferry. So this is a Specialized S-Works. What do you make of this?
Absolutely on point. That is up. Super nice straight away.
Okay, that was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, straight in there.
Artificial grass. What's your thoughts on artificial grass?
Well, I think the bees prefer real grass. I'm going to admit we do have a bit of artificial grass.
Do you?
The camera's laughing at me, yeah.
I wanted artificial grass, too expensive.
Well, there's a long story about how I managed to procure this artificial grass.
When I got home from holiday at the weekend, the blooming grass was like a jungle out there. I had to go over it 3 times with a lawnmower.
Yeah, our raised beds are a jungle. My son's attacked them with a spade and now there's a jungler or whatever. Anyway, we have definitely got off topic.
Right. So first up this week is from Inaki.Orgren.
I thought it was from Ricardo.
No, we've done that. Super nice. We super nice.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah.
Right, back in the game. We've gone off piece talking about grass.
This is what happens when I go on the tech show.
So this bike is a BH RX Team from 2019.
That is nice, yeah.
Is this a cyclocross bike by the looks of it?
I do love cyclocross bikes. There's something about cyclocross bikes. Just do it for me.
I think it is. It's got cyclocross tyres on it.
Looks like it. Tan sidewalls.
I do like this. So cranks are aligned, valves are not quite aligned, but I just like the look of the bike. It looks like it's just been washed.
It does, doesn't it? It's like a nice little reflective photo.
Yeah.
A few things to unpick.
Go on.
Not in the little ring at the back. Not in the 11.
Oh yeah.
Also a bit of a chimney there.
Yeah.
Is that
all valid points.
We're being picky. We're being very picky.
That's what the bike vault's about.
And
one bottle cage on the down tube.
I was going to say I wasn't going to raise it, but yeah, one bottle cage on.
Shall we just go nice on this?
Might just have to go nice. We have to keep some sort of standard. Otherwise, you get a bit trigger happy with the bell.
Yeah. Next up is a bike from Frank Hayes. This is another Specialized. It's an SL7.
Nice one,
very autumnal.
Frank. Very autumnal. Looks like a lovely day.
What do you make of this? Come on, give us your bike vault judging thoughts.
Okay, it's a beautiful photo, beautiful bike, obviously. Fantastic bike, but yeah, a lot to unpick too. Not enough of a close-up for the bike, in my opinion.
No.
Cranks, they're not in the right position.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's in the 11 at the back.
I can't tell, it's so far away.
Well, that's the problem. So, it's like submitting your exam paper in the post. It's like, I've done it.
Great analogy.
But will it arrive?
I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to have to just vote it a nice.
Cameraman's laughing, that was good. I'll vote it a nice as well, I think.
All right.
2 throwaways, sorry, Frank. But love the photo, love the bike, enjoy the riding, mate.
Who do we have next?
Next up, this is been sent in by Rob54613. Allegedly ride at the start of autumn, bought to replace my single-speed track bike.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So is this a time trial bike with drop bars? Apparently it is. It says added some drop bars to replace the time trial ones. Interesting concept. So it's a Planet X from 2015.
I bet that's rapid.
Yeah, maybe we should make a video about that.
Should we? I'm surprised we haven't.
How me or Ollie not thought of that? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, coming to a video near you soon. I like the bike. I think it looks really cool. I like the fact it's slightly different. I like the fact we've got super deep wheels. Valves are nearly aligned. It's not in biggie smalls.
That is the problem.
Quite aligned.
And we have, judged people already on this show. Didn't get the super nice.
I think it's going to be a nice again.
So close. So close. It's like when you just leave a pizza in the oven a bit too long and it burns.
Why do you get all these weird analogies?
Well, it's true, you leave it here, you're like, it's nearly there, nearly ready, you leave it here, you go away, you get distracted, you come back, it's burnt.
Okay. I'm glad we've cleared that up. Next submission, it's a nice from me, by the way. Next submission is from... How on earth would we say this?
Love this, right, so I did actually French at school.
Oh, did you? Go on.
Yeah. Je fais ce vélo pour qu'il soit le plus heureux possible et le plus beau.
What does that mean?
So that means I've taken this bike for making it as air as possible, and it looks nice. It looks nicer.
Who's it from? Who's the submission from?
My French pronunciation was terrible there, by the way.
I thought it was incredible.
I'm not in the frame of mind. I need to get into it.
Okay.
So don't judge me on that. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it looks nicer. So they try to make it as air as possible. I think I'm getting the pronunciation right.
I think you've got it right.
I think I got that right.
It's the most.
Yeah.
The most beautiful. The most air possible and the most beautiful.
All right. You convinced me. Anyway, back to the bike, because that's what we're here for. It looks incredible. I really like this, silver with a sort of chrome logo. Valves are aligned, the tyre logos are aligned with the valves. The cranks are not quite aligned, but, hear me out here, I think that's because it's being propped up with a shadow stand.
Ooh.
Available at shop.globalcyclingnetwork.com, which means anyone that uses a shadow stand, I've said it before, automatic super nice.
Automatic super nice, there you go.
Next up is from Casper van Week.
Casper van Week.
It's a gravel lugged, a self-built bamboo bike.
Self-built bamboo bike. Wow, that is. I mean, that's super nice straight away.
That's unreal.
I haven't even seen the bike.
Yeah, I like that.
Lovely, one by setup.
I like the fact their tan wool tyres are matching up with their bamboo tubes.
Yeah, it's got that bamboo colouring going on. But, I mean, it is a super nice when you look at it. It's nothing. I can't
fault it.
I'm trying to fault it. Can't
no
fault
accessories. In the correct gear, cranks are aligned, wheels and valves are aligned, no excessive chimney, and half the bike's made of bamboo.
There you go.
Super nice all day long.
All it's missing is a panda about to eat it.
Okay, well, that unfortunately draws the bike vault to a close, which means the tech show is drawing to a close. It's been fantastic this week, Connor.
Yeah, it's been a laugh this week. I've enjoyed it.
I'm going to describe it as an adventure.
An adventure into the French dictionary.
Yeah. Okay, I hope everyone at home has enjoyed the show this week. We've clearly had a blast, and we're going to go now, I think. We'll be back next week.
Thanks for having me.
See you later.
Back soon.
Bye.